Hey guys, Matt here and welcome back to Mathantastic Productions. This is the devlog number 3 in the Golden Knight, and on this week I spent it putting the story I showed on the last devlog into action. So the first thing I had to do was to build a new map, because I dumped the last map I used in the first 2 devlogs. So this time I actually spent more time thinking about where should I put each thing, and also put more effort in some details. Like for example, the new stalagmites and stalactites I added. They're not simply there to be good looking, but they're also breakable. I love adding breakable objects because they really make the game feel responsive. I also made the background have a simple parallax effect, and that gives a lot more depth to the world. After that, I started adding the enemies, but luckily I already had the enemy design I used in the first world, and they were fine for this world. I liked them. So it was just a matter of putting the enemies in the new map. But this guy, he completely broke for some reason, and I had to entirely remake him. At first, I thought it would be really easy to remake, but oh yeah, this happened, and that also happened. Yes, finally. I finally fixed most of the bugs in this guy. There are still plenty of bugs that I have no idea how to fix them, but most of them are gone. So now it was the time to make the boss. The boss in this area was a fire worm. For this boss, I basically made 2 sprites, a head and a round body. And then I repeated that round body several times to make a worm body, and it ended up looking quite nice. The pattern of the worm is pretty simple. 3 times in a row it dashes towards you and slowly turns around, so it's gonna go through you 2 times and you gotta dodge them. Then it divides itself into 3 pieces and appears on the top. That gives you an idea of what's gonna happen. Then they quickly go to the bottom and appear, damaging you if you're in the path. For the start and the killing animations of the boss that you're seeing right now, I used the Unity animation system. It's pretty simple to set up and it actually looks quite nice. After you put down the first phase of the worm, it runs away, leaving behind a blue orb. If you pick up that orb, you're gonna get the dash upgrade. You've probably seen the dash upgrade before, and when you pick it up, a window is gonna pop up on the screen telling you how to use the dash. Now, with the dash powered up, you continue to this vertical room. It's a big vertical corridor, and when you go down it, you're gonna see a cutscene, and that cutscene is gonna be the second phase of the worm, when the worm appears again, and this time you're not only gonna have to fight it, but the lava is gonna be constantly rising and lowering, and there are also gonna be geysers throwing away from the lava, so you gotta dodge them, as long as dodging and damaging the worm. The second phase boss pattern is also pretty simple. It dashes towards you just like the first part, but when the lava reaches the top, it goes from top to bottom on a zigzag pattern, forcing you to get down again. So the fight is constantly with you going up and down this big vertical corridor as the lava rises and falls. When you finally beat the boss will explode and the whole screen will start to shake. After some time, a wall of lava is gonna start rising from the bottom, forcing you to run away from it. Some rocks will also start falling from the sky, from the ceiling. In this area, I wanted to make sure that the player would follow a certain path. So anytime you come across a different path, rocks will fall from the ceiling and that path is now sealed. The goal is for you to run up the entire cave part of the game with the new dash powered up and using it to make a tricky platforming challenge all the way up back to the castle that you were when you started the game. This will also be the content of the first open alpha of the game that I'm planning on releasing next week, because all I need to do is just polish the game and add some extra stuff, and that part of the game, this first half an hour of the game, should be good to go. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to participate in the alpha, enter my Discord server in the description because I'm gonna post there when it's released. So this is what I've done this week. I would say it was a pretty productive week, so this is the video. If you liked it, hit the like button, and if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.